Okay, welcome to this Cartomancer reading for September 14th, 2021. We're going to take a look at the day and what it has in store for everybody in general. Let's start by taking a look at where we're at for the year 2021. 2021 represented by the 30th card in this pretty well shuffled Bicycle 808 deck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 7, 8, 9, 30. And we have, right up next to you, the Ace of Clubs. So where we've been so far with the year is very club heavy. And in fact, we just had the Ace of Clubs in our last club pull on the 11th. So we're still in this place of renewal in terms of the energy that the universe is willing to give to you. There's not much there, but what is there is new, it's novel, it's different. It's going to be something that you maybe haven't experienced before or coming from a source that you haven't felt before. This is spiritual energy, so just stay as open as you can to whatever you might be experiencing there. Let's take a look at the month of September. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, March, 13, 14, 15, April, 17, 18, 19, May, June, July, August, September. And we have the 4 of Spades. So this is our emotional energy, and in fact, yesterday's month draw was a spade. It was the 8 of Spades. So this is an interesting move. This is probably the problem with 4, I would say, that a fortune card like 8 can so quickly break apart and become a chaos card like 4. As we all know, good luck is not something you count on lasting forever and ever. And we've entered into a bit of an emotional chaos period in terms of the physical work that you're putting out into the universe. The universe isn't sure what to do with what you're doing, basically, and especially with the way you're doing it. The way you're feeling about it is not really in line with where things are out there outside of yourself. So be aware of that. You might have been kind of coasting along, feeling very fortunate. Things might be a little rougher on that emotional stretch today. Let's take a look at this week. We're in week 37. $20, $30, and 7. And here we have the 3 of Diamonds. We just had the 2 of Diamonds yesterday. So even though this has been not the best pulls, at least they're going in the right direction. Your weekly energy is your bodily energy, your physical energy that's coming at you. And the diamonds, of course, represent possessions and wealth. And the 3, of course, represents negativity and lack and loss and all those bad things. So you had a paucity. You're starting to make a little bit of headway, but it's still precarious in terms of like what you have physically at your disposal this week. There's not a lot there. You're scraping by, honestly. So be a little bit gentle on yourself. Don't outlay more than you can handle this week. Not yet. Wait until this turns around. Now let's get to those of you who have your birthday on September 14th to see what your year is going to hold with all these low numbers. We're on the 14th, so let's count out to the 14th card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And happy birthday, it's the 10 of clubs. Well, there's a bit of good news. So the clubs represent self-realization, the ego, and 10 is basically, as you can tell from the number system, the top, the best. It's a sense of safety and completion and achievement. This is a good year for you. This is definitely a year in which you are going to feel the most like yourself that you have in a long time. The Ten of Clubs represents sort of a pinnacle of self-realization. So you're very sure of who you are. This might be a particular birthday for you where you feel a leap forward in maturity and a leap forward in self-assurance and what you're confident with. So you're going to have that stability. And that stability is paired with a new spiritual source for this year. So that's a really good sign that it's something that could be built into something very sustainable. You could be holding on to this 10 for quite some time. Now, that self-realization and that self-assurance, of course, is coming at a cost, or not a cost, but don't expect big financial rewards for this. Don't expect a giant career move. Don't expect a giant leap forward in terms of lifestyle or salary. This isn't about the material world. This is about you. This is about your spiritualness. What we're not seeing here is hearts. So that doesn't necessarily mean that there is no romance ahead for you. It just means that that's unknown. It means that that's something that's going to happen or it's not going to happen. And it's not really laid out for you in the energies that are out there. So, that's where we're at for your birthday. Let's take a look at today, September 14th, for the rest of us by reading every 10th card. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we start with the Jack of Hearts, one of my favorite cards. So the Jack of Hearts is, the Jack, of course, is mischief, youth, kind of abundant, changing, swirling energy. The Jack of Hearts is a lot, to be honest. But hearts are the energy that you're putting out into the world. They're the amount of effort that you put intangible into those around you and all the living beings that you surround yourself with, be they friends or family or pets or plants or whatever. And the Jack of Hearts says that today's preoccupation is how to put a little bit more, how to start again, how to change that up and be a bit of a wild card for those people around you. Come at this with fresh, youthful energy. The Jack is definitely a representative of youth, and coming from this particular place, which is position number 1, this means that it's definitely coming from you. We're not representing a new lover in this particular space here. So the Jack of Hearts is a renewed sense of purpose and, kind of playfulness in approaching those around you. Where is that coming from? Let's find out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10 of Diamonds. Well, despite what the universal energies were providing to us, you, my friend, are doing okay. You have either remembered a source of money, or you have rediscovered a particularly valuable item that can be applied to a relationship that you have, maybe. This is your material goods and possessions and a sense of completion and purpose, like we talked about with the 10 of Clubs. In other words, you got stuff to spare. You've got things to share, and you're ready to perhaps maybe surprise somebody with that sharing. But that somebody being whom is the question. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, we brought up the 8 of Clubs, which is the self, the ego. And the 8, of course, is the number of luck and of fortune. It's a good card. It's a good number, but it's also also a chaotic number along with the Jack. So you are definitely coming up with some sort of an idea for what to do with your stuff, what to do with your money. You're coming up with a surprise that you want to bestow upon somebody to show them how you feel about them. this is a very creative combination. You have a lot at your disposal, and you're feeling a bit wily. You're feeling a bit creative in the moment. And you want to make somebody else feel lucky too. Now let's see if we can find the source of that. In the source spot, interesting. We bring up the 5 of spades. 5 of spades in an upright position as well from where I'm sitting. Spades are the work or the material goods you put into the universe. 5 is the number of stability. So we haven't brought up a figure yet, which is interesting. I might have been interpreting these cards wrong before they all laid out ahead of me. So let's reconsider this. We have the Jack, approach to love, an approach to family, an approach of your putting your energies out into the universe. The Jack is backed up by a significant safety net of wealth and possessions that bring you feelings of good fortune and spring from a balance and a stability at work, a balance and a stability at perhaps the source of all of this income. You are loaded for bear. You are a cocked rifle. You are a pulled back slingshot, ready to shoot beams of gifts and surprises to somebody. Perhaps the advice card, our final card, will give us some indication as to who. Let's find out. There we go. It's the King of Clubs. Now the King of Clubs that we know represents the self, the ego. The King usually indicates conflict, can also indicate authority, can indicate decrease and conflict, but in this case I think more authority. The King of Clubs in particular can sometimes represent your inner voice, if you struggle with that, your inner critic. And here you are loaded up and ready to put some energy out into the universe in order to appease this King of Clubs. So I'm going to say it's 2 possible things. 1, treat yourself. Today is a day to go ahead and take your good fortune and your good treasure and to throw a little bit of that spiritual energy back on yourself. See if you can get the Jack and the King to get along for a night. Everything's going well, everything's going fine, you're feeling good, but you know that back there lurking is this inner critic who's always sitting over your shoulder. And it's time to maybe silence them with just a little bit of fun for yourself. Maybe bring some other people along. Keep that heart energy strong. It's the only heart in the whole tableau. So it's all Jack time. That's possibility number 1. Possibility number 2, the King of Clubs, because it's the suit of the self, can sometimes represent family. We all carry our family within ourselves. We all are part of the people who brought us up in this world. And so the King of Clubs can represent a parental figure, usually specifically the father figure, although in many cases the mother figure fits this suit's authoritarianness a little bit better, or this card's authoritarianness better. So don't let the gender throw you. But it could be that the person who is in most need of, or is the best target for your wild gift-giving energy, is a parent, could be a grandparent, some sort of a relative with whom you share, background and blood. So this is an interesting card to pull so soon after Grandparents' Day. That's why I pulled out the word grandparent. This also could be just somebody like a sibling, or another authority figure with whom you have shared a long life, time of relationship together. Or like I said, back in option A, it could just be you and your own inner critic. So whoever this represents to you, I would say today is a good day to share your gifts, shower them with love. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out what the day has in store for us. We will be back tomorrow. Please hit like if you liked it. Please hit subscribe if you want to be here for tomorrow. Hit that ding if you want to know when it goes live. And as always, if you drop a query in the comments, I will be happy to take a look at that and select a deck and hopefully give a reading in response to your query in a future video. Until then, everybody, have a good time today. It's Treat Yourself Day. Even if you are helping out your dad, even if you're helping out your mom, yeah, make sure you're having a good time too. Don't be too selfless about it. Make yourself happy and enjoy your birthday. Bye.